Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. Last time around we ended off with a little bit of a monetary issue that was caused by, we don't actually know what it was caused by, but it should be fixed. Unfortunately, not this turn, but the next one, and maybe a keen-eye viewer might have spotted what it was that was missing. So, in the category here of other, so you have tax income, you have trade income, and then we have other. In that, you have a core income of 10,000. That for some reason disappeared. I don't know if it's... We don't know why it happened, but it did. I have, however, received a patch that should fix it. It does fix it because I've already tested it. Otherwise, it would be pointless to try and do a video. So it will fix it. I will get my money back. However, it won't be working for this turn. So I have to tax everyone quite a bit. Tax the rich, not eat them in this case. So that I can keep my head above the water. In this case, 400-ish coins, as I have 4,000, and I'm gonna lose 3,600. This could have been a lot worse if it weren't for the fact that I decided to send my entire fleet in a more or less suicidal mission against the British Navy, and what we have left is single-digit cannons on a lot of ships. The only one who really managed to get away somewhat unscathed is the Admiral on the SMS Kaiser. With that said, I promised you last time we were going to destroy the Belgians, and a lot of you were super happy about this. No, because I haven't actually released the series as of yet to the general public, so no one has voiced their opinion, which might just be as well, because I don't have to hear your clamoring voices how I should spare the poor Belgian waffle people. But you know what they did in the Congo, so they definitely deserve it. Right. We're going to go ahead and attack. Now, I do think they're going to intercept us. And I want to bring in the infantry heavy army first. So we're just going to test the waters, see how these waffle people react. And they do indeed actually intercept. Somehow they're able to intercept without me being able to bring in my reinforcement army. Not entirely sure how that works, but it makes it more interesting because now I'm no longer outnumbering the Belgians. It's the other way around, where they have plenty more cannons, plenty more infantry, plenty more cavalry, plenty more everything. The only thing I have is the knowledge that I am a human and not a computer. So let's go ahead and see if we can't beat the Belgians. Also, there's a downside to being intercepted like this, because then I'll have to move forward and actually have a second battle at Brussels afterwards. So I won't be able to, even if I win this stupendously, spectacularly, I won't be able to claim the town directly afterwards. Hopefully, though, there won't be enough of these waffle people left to put up a great defense of their home region. But enough talking you say. I want to see blood, and so do I. So, let's jump straight into this battle, shall we? Rain and mud, just the way we like it around here. Not at all, in fact. I was hoping for good weather, but what can you do about it? We've got our... what I'm going to try and do is have offset my army if you compare to the enemy. So I am intending to move my entire army onto the flank, up to the high ground here, and strike from there, and have my artillery come in from the side, being able to lay their fire on lay all my fire on some of their guns, while they can't respond with their entire battery. I've decided to hide my Jaeger troops over here. They'll be moving forward to this forest right here, just in case, or really when, the enemy wheels their army to be able to face our main force, that they'll be shot up through the flank. I'm also going to move my cavalry into this wood and hide them, and then be able to send them in on the enemy. So that's what I'm going to do first here. We also need to keep an eye out for when the French turn up. We're gonna start making our way downtown, walking rather fast through the rain. Hopefully I'm able to set up here before the enemy is able to set up their guns. Okay, they are actually setting up their guns already. I don't want to get my guns caught out of place. Oh, here comes their shells, I believe. I thought I could hear them. They haven't fired as of yet. We'll see the shots being... Oh, now they're firing. Oh, and they're firing on my guns. Wait, where is the... Oh, I forgot to... Wait. I forgot to... What is missing? Orders and radar. Great. There we go. That could have ended in a disaster. Right. Okay, I'm gonna hide as many troops to set them in the woods, as many of them as possible, trying to avoid as much of enemy fire as I can. Let's get these towards here. And then you're not gonna oh, the enemy cannons are actually out of range. That's not good. Fire at will then. I'm gonna lose way too many troops. Oh, the French are turning up. We're gonna have to retreat. My audacious plan is not really working. We're losing too many men, and the French just turned up over there. However, some parts of the plan I think still could work. We've got the cavalry over here, ready to pounce, but they'll have to move over a lot of ground. A lot. So our army is currently in full retreat. Back towards the artillery position. We lost hundreds of men, I imagine. I see a good opportunity to target right here. Damn, I thought I'd moved close enough to I could actually hit them, but clearly not. I'm hoping this will force the enemy artillery to move forward, and in that way I could possibly destroy them in that way. My army has retreated and is more or less in safety right now. My Jaegers are just about to get into the woods here. I'm gonna stop them because we're about to possibly be discovered by the 3rd Regiment of Line Infantry as the Belgians pull forward. Oh, look at that! Chasseurs! Hidden. And it looks like they have discovered one of my Jaeger units. Oh, they're starting to fire now. Yep. They're opening fire on us. We've lost one guy, and so have they. But now I'm gonna get a 2nd unit in, and hopefully we should slowly start to turn this into our favor. And hopefully they won't be sending more troops to help them. The Belgians are now pushing forwards at breakneck speed. And what I should do is actually redirect artillery fire towards... Oh, now they're sending in aid. You know what? It's better with shrapnel over there, I think. We need to target this side because there's more infantry there than what I have here. Looks like they're going to be outmaneuvered though, because they're not going all the way to the edge. My Jaegers are holding up pretty darn good, I must say. I want the Belgians to start moving in the cavalry though. Oh, they're moving forward the cannons. This is the time to switch for the explosive shell gun
Sir, our
to
general
turn
is
on
under
the enemy.
attack.
Alright, I'm gonna push the general back a little bit. And I'm gonna push these two up. So they actually have good range of fire on the enemy. I don't know for how long we would be able to hold out here. Looks like we're winning here. But when I want to move in, I want to move in the cavalry as soon as possible. Okay, we've got one enemy cavalry unit moving forward. Now there's only two guarding. Lancer and heavy guides. Should mean that I have a slight advantage if I were to move my cavalry against them. Oh, they're targeting us with artillery now. Let's start move the cavalry towards a position where I can attack their cannons. Artillery has to focus now on the front line in its entirety. Also want to break down the lances over here. I think it looks like the Belgians aren't doing too good on this side. So I'm hoping I can break the French with those 4 units, push forward, and then start swinging that way against the Belgians, because their strong point is here. My cavalry is moving. So far, they're not receiving any fire. And now they've moved even more cavalry away from the guns. The hussars are ready to actually swing against the enemy. But I noticed they've got some cover here. I do think we actually want to be on this side of it. The hussars will start to move forward. Those lancers are coming in quick. Dragoons should be ready to turn and fire on the lances. I need to go back, check the main line. Looks fine for now, mostly because the enemy is not able to target us with their artillery. Nice, but not really enough. And quite a very few shots here against the heavy cavalry. But it's not my main target for the hussars. Dragoons meeting the lances here. I've got more troops, but I don't know, maybe the melee prowess of the lancers will outstretch us. Oh, the Belgians are trying something here, are they?
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, my dragoons. How? Oh, they retreated across these barriers. Great. My hussars, though, have done their job and destroyed enemy cannons, more or less. We're gonna push and outflank the enemy here. I'm moving up to attack them over here. And now focus all artillery onto that French unit. Oh, here goes the hussars. But they successfully stopped
Our men are running, sir.
the enemy general. Bayonets! Bayonets! Turn on the Belgians, move up. The general is here to support you. We can see the Belgians are shattered. The woods have been taken over. They're under our control now. The general might actually be needed over here. fierce fighting against the French unit. I have pushed all artillery against that area. The French Cuirassier could actually, if charging, could actually have broken through there if that would have been managed. And they could have broken the entire line, but in a straight up firefight there's no way they're gonna be able to win. Enemy general dead.
Men are running, sir.
No! Oh! The Jaegers. Completely forgot about them. Unsupported. I was hoping that I'd be able to break the enemy's cannon position and from that send the cavalry to aid the Jaegers, but obviously that didn't happen. Everyone's firing those, just those few Belgian troops in the center. 12 of them. Actually, just one of them. Infantry, hurry to take the woods. I think my Jaegers could win this fight if they start firing. The enemy line infantry has moved away from that area, so it should be fine. General will support the troops as they set up in the woods. Let's go to the Jaegers. There's 24 of them. Okay, now I'm not so sure they will outlast the Lancers. If the Lancers would have held the attack, then or been, you know, continued the attack, I should say, they could have definitely won that. But when they pulled away, they sealed their fate. There's only one. Interesting how they seem to cooperate like that. That they send the cavalry over to defend the last artillery unit over there. Is that unit within range? Yeah, it is within range of us. That is a rather important target to blow away. Single destroyed cannon over there is not going to do anything. Enemy running straight into all this rifle fire, getting destroyed. They're not actually firing back. And we're not actually getting that many hits. We're about to run out of ammo here. General will follow with the troops. Now they're firing back. 3rd Infantry. Unlucky for the Belgians. They might have very much destroyed the fighting capability of this army in this very bloody fight. However, I've got a spare one ready to come up with siege artillery as well. The general might be in danger if he continues further forward. What is this? Ah, Belgian cavalry has turned up in the woods. Trying to stop our advance here. Ah, there's still... I thought they might have been or become tired of moving across the field like that in heavy rain.
Victory, sir, is soon
But
to be
no.
yours.
They are still going strong. Oh, the French artillery piece. Oh, they decided to move it forward. And that's why. Oh, they're abandoning the cannons. And hightailing it out of there. Only the Belgian general remains. All other units are in full retreat at this point. Luckily for him, my cannons don't actually reach this area. Infantry battalions are reaching and capturing the Belgian position with their artillery. But, I mean, at this point the fight is over. We are victorious. It's just a matter of how long the Belgian general wants to sit there. Or if he actually wants to die rather than retreat. And there we have it. We are victorious. However, at a heavy cost, over half the army was slain and left on the battlefield. It was much worse, though, for the Belgians. As you can see, they deployed almost 3,000 men, of which only 29 made it back home. Highest killers goes to the field gun, followed by line infantry, followed by light howitzers, dragoons, and so forth. Worst, my general somehow managed to kill 2 enemies. Not entirely sure when he did that, but he did it. Some of the Jaeger units here, actually, the Jaeger units did rather poorly. Or at least one of them managed to only kill 10. And losing 79, so that must have been the one that actually left the field of battle. Not entirely sure why it did that poorly, but yeah. There we have it. Only unit not to lose anyone was the light howitzer, it seems. And the general. The Belgian capital lay open, except for the fact that there's a French army ready to support it. We're gonna move forward as the sieging army. And lay siege. I mean, it's only home guard garrison. It's not really worth a fight. It's so heavily in my favor. So, I mean, it would just be a needless slaughter to look at my army blast these home guards to absolute destruction. So I'm going to auto-resolve it. We only lost about 200 men while they lost 2,000. French unit got destroyed. And we are victorious. Now, I could liberate it as my own puppet, which would be nice because I could, I would get money from it and I would be able to trade. But one of the problems is that allied nations, not allied nations, nations allied with me, have a tendency to declare war on my. Because the lines are drawn such that yeah, we're gonna avoid that. I'm not gonna. Oh, I would run out of money there, wouldn't I? We should actually. We didn't gain that much from taking the Belgian capital. Why am I not getting that much income? If I exempt them from tax, we would actually lose. We would actually lose all our money. I'm just gonna run through it to show you guys that we will, in fact. Ooh, I gained another college. What will we set that? That one will be set to work on railroad development. I've also gone ahead and changed route for my aircraft. It's not going to spy for me on the western front. Actually, what I should do is should have it pass by Marseille, see what they have down there, because then I could redirect the Crown Prince of Bavaria to go south and deal with that. And yeah, this one's still going there. Everything's nice. I'm gonna enter and I'm gonna show you the monetary problem will be fixed. And then I think that will be it for this episode. It also should, yeah, it opens up trade opportunity. In this case, the only trade it's opening up to is Italy. So now we're trading with the Italians, but for how long, who knows. They're allied with the French. So they're probably gonna declare war on the Austrians pretty darn soon. But we'll make a little bit of money in the meantime. With that said, let's enter. Portugal has decided to declare war on me for God knows what reasons, but yeah, Portugal has declared war on me. I wonder why. And I mean, they're not allied with anyone. Interesting. Rather odd. I'm not gonna ask my allies to join in. With as many victories as I'm currently enjoying on the Western Front, it's not actually looking that good on the eastern one. Intellectual advance, nationalism, letter of demand, Belgium, workers on strike. Brussels has fallen. Another tumultuous year for Brussels. And Panama Canal opens to shipping. Okay. Because right now we've got one army over there, we've got one full stack over here, we've got a smaller stack here, and another full stack here. I moved forward the army to protect the warehouse, because resupply is going to be important here, but it looks like I'm definitely going to need troops here. And there we go. Now I'm getting 10,000 per turn from other, as it should be, and we're actually making 7,000. However, I'm gonna have to lower it again because we were really bleeding into the wealth of a lot of regions, so we were going minus wealth because of that. So we will be making 5,000 per turn. Should be enough to start some recruitments up here. But I do think that with the victories we have had here and so on, that what I should probably do is we should actually send some troops east, and that should be this army. Should be sent east to join them. Currently though, what we have for option is it's gonna take so long though, which is a big problem. Much to the port, the best way I really have is to bring them by ship. But which ones are my fastest ships? So it's really the big ones, it seems. So the Admiral in this case. And yeah, really the really big ones. So this one together with the Admiral. The Admiral in this ship. That's the fastest one. The other ones, not so fast. They'll have to go into port there to repair. While the Admiral steams along the coast. And they'll be in Belgium by one turn. Ready to pick up this army. Or if I should send this army east. Now that it's gained a bit of experience. Could be sent east. And at this moment, since we've opened up here and it seems like the French are moving lots of troops that way, we should move forward the center attack. So these two armies should be moved forward. And we will be still waiting for the report of the aircraft, what's going on in Marseille, before I start moving south. Although I think I will be moving south because there's nothing really up here as far as I know. The Italians have been building up quite a bit of troops marching around here. So we can imagine that they're gonna join the war pretty soon. Don't know why they have a full stack protecting the mines here. I would be thinking they would be mustering troops along the border here instead. But that's their choice, of course. With that said, I think it's time to end this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!